Hello everyone. Today I'm playing a mod in Minecraft called Dimensional Doors, where there's a bunch of structures in that can generate which have a door on them, and basically it teleports you to a bunch of like new dimensions and stuff. Um, so yeah, it's a very fun mod. A little creepy, I guess you could say at times, but overall pretty good. Let's get into it. Alright, so first things first. Um, I forgot to start recording until a couple minutes in, so I'm just chopping some watermelons, and I looted the rune portal over there. Which is why I have, like, armor and a little bit of stuff. Yeah. So basically, I was just trying to get all the watermelons I could, and, do the normal stuff, until I found a, uh, you know, door. Um, you can also kind of craft these doors, except it makes like a kind of different kind of dimensional door. um, but yeah, I was lagging a lot for some reason, but I just found a dimensional door structure, and I was gonna go grab it, or enter it, I mean, after I had gotten a bit more gear. So skip to the future. I got some iron, and I was making an iron pickaxe to maybe get diamonds, but honestly, I think I was just gonna go straight for the door after the iron smelted. So yeah, um, I was just using the door mining strategy to get all this iron underwater. Which, if you didn't know, it's just like you place a door and then it creates an air pocket, and you can mine whatever's on the wall there. Yeah, I was just gonna make like a shield or something, but I decided to make a sword first, actually. Um, just because I didn't know if there's any like special entities or anything in the place. So it's a little bit dark here, but basically what I was doing is just getting back to the surface, to the door. So yeah, I resurfaced and saw the door, and I headed to it. So yeah, here's the dimensional door. Ooh. I came on in, and then there's like a really long pathway. I was a little bit worried, but I ran through and of course fell into a trap. Um, but instead of dying, I went into limbo, and this is where it gets a little bit creepy. So yeah, I was lagging like insanely much for some reason, even though I have like a really good computer. Um, but yeah, um, I don't know what those black rectangle things were, but I considered it best just to stay away from them. And also I do have a little bit of experience with this mod from before. Not from this recording, I mean, but like from uh, just, a different thing. And I knew I needed to find a red liquid to get back to the, normal game and stuff. So yeah, I'm just get back to you when I'm there. Alright, and I'm here. So yeah, here's the liquid. The liquid, you basically jump into it, like so, and it teleports you to reality. And yeah, it says I bathed in reality. It was a little buggy for some reason. I spawned inside of a chunk, but then it fixed itself, and I was on the normal stuff. So eventually, I got to another door area, or a bit far away from it, but still I could see it. So I was just heading towards it, and decided that I could use ender pearls too or something. For, just in case, So yeah, I was just defeating the Enderman. Unfortunately, he did not drop any ender pearls, so I just grabbed my cobblestone back up, like you're seeing right now. Um, yeah. Also, I saw a shipwreck in the distance and decided that would be a better use of my time than mining cobblestone that honestly didn't really matter that much. I already had plenty of cobblestone. It's really common, if you didn't know. Of course, I'm assuming that you do know, and I'm also assuming you play Minecraft, but I'm just assuming. So, yeah. So I went to the shipwreck and started looting it. Unfortunately, I don't have some of the recording for some reason. I don't know why. But basically, I got geared up a bit from iron that I grabbed from the shipwreck, and yeah. I also got a bottle of enchanting, which honestly didn't really do much. But yeah. So I decided that I wanted some goals for this adventure, and I decided I want to go through a full area without, dying, and I also want to get full diamond armor just from these dimensions, which I honestly wasn't sure if it was possible. But yeah, I also saw this in this dimension, there's a bunch of weird redstone stuff. I did understand what it did. It was supposed to make some repeating redstone thing that would shoot fireballs. And but I had somehow gone just a little bit away from it, so it didn't happen. But I decided that I would just activate it, see what happens. And yeah, there were a ton of fireballs. I went to see if I could go just. I wanted to see if I could dodge it, but there's no way that was gonna happen. So I started going with just one block around, but then I kept getting hit, so I went up 2 blocks. But yeah, this is honestly my least favorite room, after recording, I'm saying. So I was trying to run, but nah, it's definitely not gonna happen. I was on half a heart. And I ran out of building materials, so the silly person I am, I decided to go across with wood in a burning area on 1.5 hearts. And, I think you can guess how that went. I got on fire, and I went back to limbo. Yeah, this is honestly, it's a really cool area, but I feel like they could have made more in here. Some more entities and stuff. But anyways, after I got out, I found an underwater door and went through, and it led to this strange area. I was worried there's some kind of trap here, so I looked around to see if there's any redstone, but fortunately, I did not see any. But that's when realization hit. Every single stone brick here was a silverfish. So, I didn't run through the door immediately, because, I'm silly. And, silverfish jumping at me. So, yeah. But then I did go through, after eating some watermelons, of course. It would be a little bit silly to go through a potentially really dangerous place without having any hunger stuff, so, yeah. Then there's this really cool, parkour area, and I wanted to get to some of these chests to see what they had to offer. But of course, I'm a parkour pro and failed every jump. Anyways, never mind that. I found another dimensional door thing. I promise this won't become just a dying montage, because that would just be silly, in a video, in Minecraft. Honestly, there's some silly games where you can, where would actually be cool to have a montage of that, but like whatever. Anyways, I was just looking around and I was jumping around and I got to the chest which had a book and a piece of coal in it. So of course I was like, and went and tried to go to another chest, and decided to bridge to it, because, yeah, parkour is just not my thing. So I went to it, and I got some gold and quartz, which are actually used in some, um, like, dimensional doors, that's the word. So yeah, I crafted a bed so I could grab the gold and quartz, grab my crafting table, and yeah, decided to get out of there. So yeah, I was just jumping around, and yeah, I made some planks so I could go up. And I'm just not good at parkour. I went up there, and I fortunately decided to bridge over. But then I decided to go for another chest, which this it just always happens. It's just not even funny at this point. Voice crack. Anyways, I got back into the overworld and saw another dimensional door, so I ran towards that one after looting a village. Yeah. I'm honestly, like, not sure what almost all these dimensions are. But, I mean, it can't be too dangerous. Anyways, I went and came into the very first room I was in, and fell over this trap again. Like, yeah. But anyways, I made a dimensional iron door and went through it, which led me to a black space where I couldn't see anything. Even placed some torches around, couldn't see anything. So yeah, it just kept on going, but eventually there was an end. And then I decided to try to sleep in there, and I got teleported to Limbo. I mean, I should have known from trying to sleep in the Nether all those years ago. Yeah. This is just getting repetitive, but it won't be anymore, because I found another one. But this time, I was prepared. And laggy. So I came into a place that finally wasn't just like a trap, it was a labyrinth. So yeah, I was just going through the maze. I found some world thread, which I've honestly no idea what it was. I have the just enough items mod on too, so I can see what I can craft with it and stuff, but unfortunately, unfortunately, for some reason, the top right of my screen kind of was messed up for some reason. In when I was recording, but it's not here. So yeah, I was running down a little hallway that I got to, and then I went through another door, and then saw a diamond block. So maybe I can get that diamond armor I mentioned earlier. Maybe not. I was very wary of this though. I was a little bit worried. What if it's more silverfish? What if it's a trap? So I mined the wall, and yeah, it was definitely a trap. There was a ton of pistons and stuff, and it looked like it was gonna push me into the wall and suffocate me, or push me out on the side or something. So yeah, I disabled the trap, or really activated it, and saw what it meant to do. So yeah, I threw out some stuff I didn't need and grabbed the diamond block. I am definitely good now. So yeah, I got out and decided that, you know what, I'm gonna make something with these diamonds. And yeah, I decided to make a chest plate, and I think I threw yeah, I just threw away the old chest plate I had. And I had the good idea of just going on to the top of the maze, and it was honestly a lot smaller than I would have thought at first. So I went around because I couldn't like see anything, and I saw another door. Of course, I ate before entering, and it was just a burning place. But in the bottom area, I did see a doorway. So I was like, huh, maybe there's something down there. But I was afraid it was void down below. So I placed water and yeah, went went out and went to the doorway. That's the words. Those are the words. Yeah. I was crouching the whole time just to make sure I wasn't going on to a just void because I couldn't see anything. And yeah, I got a ladder, went up the ladder, and honestly, this felt longer than it should have been. I was a little like worried if there's something bad or something, but I don't know. Then I saw an arrow, looked down, and it was literally where I started. Not quite, but like it was literally at the end door, which I could have just walked through or walked to. And then I saw a door and pressure plate. For some reason my front mouse or my W key was just stuck for a minute there. So yeah, but then I just went to the exit door and went through. This time there were 7 more doors and a whole lot of void outside. I decided to go through the last door first, and yeah, I saw some parkour I needed to do, and I was assuming that it was just void below, because just in case. Anyways, I turned down my render and simulation distance a bit because I was lagging like crazy. Not sure what was happening. Like, I have a really good computer, you know? It shouldn't be doing this much stuff. But anyways, I looked through the chest, found a Fire Protection 3 book, and some iron and coal and stuff. I decided to take the Fire Protection just in case, you know. You never know what you'd need fire protection for. And I went through the next door. And, yeah. I was very mad at this. Yeah. So, I just healed up a bit and went to the top. Sorry, creator of the mod, but, like, this is just so annoying. I just, yeah, went to the end of the place and immediately went through the doors. Okay, not immediately, but still. Then I saw another area, and there's chests. I got lime altered fabric from there, which was, honestly, I had no idea what it was. So, yeah, I mean, obviously I'm gonna take it. I got an advancement for it. So yeah. I'd actually seen this room before. Um, uh, in, you know, a previous time I was playing. And yeah, I did not know what this lime altered fabric was. But I knew that, yeah, it was all just like silverfish and trapped areas. But there was a diamond block, or a chest at the end. I wasn't sure if it was a diamond block or not. So yeah, I pillared up a bit because there's, you know, a ton of silverfish. But honestly, killing them was just making more silverfish spawn. So I had the good idea and made a hole for them to all fall into. So yeah, this was definitely working. No more silverfish were spawning. And it was a really good idea and stuff. And yeah, well, I don't have the rights to say it's a good idea, um, because I didn't, make it myself. Er, I mean, what am I saying? I didn't, I didn't have someone else, say it and stuff. I don't know what I'm saying. But basically, I was just trying to disable this trap, which basically would like make a bunch of lava spawn on me and stuff. Um, and so I could grab the uh chest at the end. My gosh, I'm just not saying words. Unfortunately, I just completely messed it up by turning on the machine. So then I just kind of grabbed all the lava and actually also at the same time threw buckets into the lava. I decided, so yeah, I was pretty much just doing what I could to stop the lava, and I grabbed the block of diamond from the end. I was really happy. I got it, and yeah, I made my way out. So I was just going back to where I came in from, so I could, make more stuff and things and stuff and things. And yeah, I just took some more lime altered fabric because I don't know what it could be used for, but it might be used for something cool. Um, I also went back through and went to another area which had even more diamond blocks, and I was like, what? But then I was like, oh no, what if it's more silverfish? What if it's another trap? So I just mined some of the chains around, and uh, yeah, after standing up on a thing, and then I just mined through the wall. And yep, I did see it was a trap, but I'm pretty good at redstone, and I was able to figure out how to turn the traps off without actually triggering the traps. And one diamond block actually wasn't trapped, so that was definitely good. I was also checking around, just to see what else there was, if there was anything else. And yeah, I took the diamond blocks. Um, but like, I feel like I would be sort of disrespecting the creator if I didn't even look at what the trap did. So yeah, um, I went to the top of the area using my lime altered fabric, and it seemed like it was just gonna push some blocks down, uh, so I couldn't get through. But I mean, it's not adventure mode. Obviously, they were planning for me to take a diamond block. So then I realized a thing below, which looked like it did the same thing, but then I noticed a jillion TNT. Okay, just 9 TNT, but still, there's TNT under there that totally would have just blown me sky high. So yeah, I was like, okay, I'm gonna use some of this diamonds, make myself some diamond armor, so I can get protected against some of that stuff. And maybe in the future, get myself something else. And yeah, I went through another door, and this time it was like some weird, cool stuff. I wasn't taking any chances if that was void or not, and I was just running through. So first, I was gonna check out this door, which honestly, I feel like you should be able to crouch under that. And I looked through, and I was also familiar with this room. There's literally just a note that said, "Please wait," and yeah, I totally didn't break break pretty much everything in the room before leaving. Haha. Anyways, I went through this new one, and it was the same diamond block one as before. Except this time I was just gonna go completely disable the trap, so uh, I just couldn't activate the pistons at all. So yeah, I was just mining around. I broke some of the redstone, and of course, took the diamond block. But yeah. Honestly, I was getting really stacked from this. Like, I didn't have netherite or anything, but I was still getting lots of diamonds, loads and loads. So yeah, I went back through, to the doors, and yeah, I decided I would go through another door, which led to even more doors. I just was like, nope, and went out. So I went through another one, and it led me to this weird room. I wasn't sure, like, if it was just void or anything. But then I just realized, yeah, it was just some black concrete powder or something. I have no idea. Black concrete or something, or just lime, or more like black altered packer brick or something. But anyways, I had actually gotten to the overworld. I had actually completed the doorways. So yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, yay. But yeah, because I gotten my goal of actually surviving and stuff, I decided I would just go make like an enchanting table or something, enchant my diamond armor, grab a whole set of diamond tools and such. I would just end the video there. So because I feel like, that would be a good way to end the video. So yeah, I was just preparing all my items and stuff. And yeah, I was just really, really happy at this point that I had done all this. I'd gone through an entire cycle, I guess, of, not a cycle, just an entire wave, thing, and also, I decided to just take a screenshot and stuff over here just because, it's cool and stuff. And yeah, I'm wood, and it's wood, and I don't know. Anyways, I was just mining some obsidian so I could get my enchantment table. And I also made a book, of course. And this is just a really fun time I had. So I got all the materials I need for the enchantment table. And, I crafted it and stuff. And then I, made all the diamond gear, and I went through another door, because why not? And yeah, I saw another exit. It's just another exit room, which I thought was kind of funny. So I could have gone. So yeah, this is honestly just kind of a funny little last area. And like what's even funnier is like I actually left really close to where I entered. But anyways, thank you so much for watching the video. I'll see you next time. Subscribe, like, do all that stuff. I don't actually care if you do, but please do it. I'm gonna see if this hits me. I don't know why. Yeah, thank you for watching all this much.